All right, so it's really important that you know that in the real world, this idea of job saturation is a joke. There is no job saturation for any data role. None. Saturation is a key word for meaning you simply aren't qualified. All right, so when you say, "Oh, I can't get a job," nothing to do with jobs. It's you, all right? And the sooner you come to grips with that, the sooner you realize you got a lot of work to do. And if you want to play among the elite, you're going to have to work like everyone else isn't. Right here it is, machine learning engineer. This is a job board called Indeed. I get most of my jobs here. It's well known. Doesn't matter. Pick any job board that's big and do the same search. Here's what you'll see. One job board, 18,000 plus jobs. All right. Yes, a lot of these are for senior level roles. Why is that? Well, because there is no entry level machine learning engineering role. Again, the sooner you understand that, the better off you'll be. All right, so how about another one? How about we look at the data engineer? The data engineer, right? Another data role. This is probably the top. This is the top data role. The top data role in any company, along with the DBA. Right? 5,000 plus jobs. Right? So I can't get a job as a data engineer. Yeah, I know you can't. There are no entry level jobs here, and you don't have any skills. All right. So I hear you when you say that it's saturation. I can't get a job. Poor me. No one cares. All right. This isn't college. No one gives a shit about what you don't have. Figure out what you need and head in that direction. And it's going to be a lot of work. A lot of people sign up for my courses thinking, oh, I'm just going to breeze through these courses, and they watch them like they're movies. They get nothing out of them, and then they quit, and they blame me. It's not me. If you were to watch every course on my platform and you were to ingest that knowledge, you would have a job in a week. Now, it's impossible because there's so much information there. All right. Unfortunately, it's going to take a shitload of information in order to get these jobs. It's just the way it is. And a lot of experience and skill. So, where do you start? I've said 100 times. The only one I know of is, spelled wrong, I'm sure, is the data analyst. It's the only entry level data role I know of. Now, there are other entry level roles. If you're out of college and you can't get a job, then get a job doing help desk. It's a great starter role. You will, for several reasons. Number one, you're going to learn how IT works, right? You're going to learn how it works. Number two, which is even more important, I had no idea when I started, I was working desktop support, which means I went to people's desks and installed software for them, but because they couldn't do it, they didn't have the rights. That was a million years ago. But I didn't realize back then when I was doing that, I was going to have access to the company's decision makers, to all the makers, to all the C-level people. So that means when a job opened up within the company and I wanted it, I went to one of these guys and said, hey, can you call down and could you just email this guy that's doing the hiring and say, give me a positive word? And this simple thing, got me my first job, 6 months doing desktop support. I was in the DBA role. However, I made it happen. You can make it happen too, right? But you're going to have to put in the work. You're going to have to stop crying, right? You're going to have to stop whining, and you're going to have to do the work. And it's hard. It's hard, and it's going to take a long time, right? This is not a sprint, right? This is an ultra marathon. The knowledge you're going to need to do even these basic jobs is voluminous, and it's going to take years before you get here. You have to decide, is it worth it? Is it worth the work? Some people won't work at this role out of college because they think it's too good for them, which is laughable because you don't know anything and all of a sudden you think a job's too good for you. Blows my mind. Anyway, you can do it. You just have to decide, is it worth it? Is it worth the time? Is it worth the effort? But saturation doesn't exist. Now, this will work if you look up full stack developers. I think it's the same thing, right? So the jobs are there, your skills are not. Time for you to upskill. All right, let's not forget about the Logibot deal going on right now. Here we are on Logibot. If we come down to the bottom, and we click on Enroll Now. We click on, I can look on the courses if you want. There are quite a few of them. Click on Get Started and have a coupon, and we type YouTube 25. I don't think it has to be in caps. It does not. You get LogicBot for a significantly reduced price. All right, so recommend you take advantage of this. There are lots of freebies on here. The interview cheat sheet is what Microsoft uses for interviewing candidates. There's a 100-page download machine learning interview cheat sheet that I used after I interviewed at Amazon and eventually didn't take that role because it was 100% travel. So if you're interested in learning machine learning, you're interested in learning data analysis, here's your opportunity to learn it from someone who's done it for 30 years.